Gina has collapsed in a massive cocaine overdose after the events of Wednesday's episode.
Wednesday.
A very hectic scenario because we see the girls come face to face with Cindy for the first time in 9 years. We get to see the devastation as both girls look incredibly betrayed because, well, they haven't seen their mum in 9 years, and now suddenly they've fucking... Oh, I'm back, and I was never dead, and... Oh, I did look for you, but the only reason I'm here is because Peter's here. Sorry, lol. We also get to see a couple of funny interactions where we see Ian confronted with the faces of his past. We see a nice little dynamic with Alfie. Bit of like a forgiving chat with Sharon, and a somewhat standoff confrontation with Phil. But one thing I was kind of hoping. I was looking forward to seeing I want to see Ben and Ian have a talk again because they are brothers. I was expecting Ben to be a bit more involved, but they'll get their scenes.
Yeah, no, hold on a minute. Do you want them to have scenes? Even though you're complaining that Ben Mitchell is in a lot of scenes.
Fair enough.
Oh, Piggy, I don't like how everything's about Ben Mitchell. And then Ian I don't like how Ben Mitchell is not involved.
But he's his brother.
No, I understand. But you can't say, I don't like how Ben Mitchell is in every scene.
Yeah, very true. I would be complaining if this was about Ben. I'm a hypocrite. I'm flawed. What can I do? Elsewise, we see the love triangle erupt as certain someone plants a kiss on Freddie Slater. And let me tell you, as much as I wish it was Bobby, it ain't. There we are. Those are the cliff notes. Those are the big things you're excited about. Piggy, would you like to run through the episode for us?
Alright, count me in. I have to jump deep dive into this.
Crisscross. There we
are. So we start the episode. We see Cindy. We see the aftermath of Cindy going up to her daughter, Anna. Sorry if I forget names, by the way. I have to run through the episode. For me, with names, it's going to be
Is she the one
hard.
who does that cocaine?
Yeah. Is she the one with the shred dance moves? So
Yes.
yeah, we see Cindy's like, hello. I wish you'd busted out the Leslie Graham. Hello, princess. I don't know why. I want someone to use that again. I want someone to use the hello, princess.
I mean, I feel like it would have to be Sharon, but
I know it'd have to be Sharon, but like it can't be associated with Sharon anymore. It has to be associated with someone new. You know?
one thing is just shame. It's a shame that Sharon's never had a daughter. This is completely sidetracked. Carry on.
Yeah. So Cindy says hello, and like the whole pub is in shock. Someone pointed out that Sonia's like confused because she's like, I think I know you. I think. Do I know you? Reese. Actually, that's not Cindy Beale. That's Rose Knight, formerly known as Coronation Street star. But anywho, she of course says hello to her daughters, and well, everyone's in shock. So they all run upstairs. Bobby runs into the kitchen, looking to get a knife, of course, to stab another person. Ian runs into the kitchen, and he comes face to face with his son. He goes to give him a big old hug, and Bobby doesn't. Well, he accepts it, but he's kind of confused because he is between a rock and a hard place. Because the fact is, he has a woman he really likes, and now he is mad because, well, he killed that woman's
Yeah, like the Night Sisters now
stepsister.
have a sibling that they didn't realise they had, and one of them's dead. Well, two of them
Yeah,
are dead actually, but you know, kind of like a
yeah, but
whoa.
no one cares about Stephen. Like, fuck him.
No one cares about Steven.
I hope they mention Stephen. Oh, they mentioned Stephen. Way.
Bingo card, ding ding ding.
But yeah, so like they have a little hawk and chit chat, and then Bobby just leaves. I think Bobby leaves or Ian leaves. One of them leaves, and we go back. We go upstairs, and Cindy's like sitting down. She, like George says, explain to the girls, and they're like, "We're not listening to your bullshit, but go on anyway." But and Cindy tries to explain. She tries to, but again, like it must be very hard that your mother is explaining her previous life, and you're like, this has to be made up because we know you as Rose Knight, and now you're Cindy Beale. So, oh, but yeah, at the bar we see Ian is confronted by Phil. Phil is basically mad at him for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
He killed his son. And then he sees Alfie. Oh, hey. We go back upstairs and we see Cindy is with the daughters. Again, she's explaining that they have two brothers and one sister. And well, the one sister is dead and the one brother is dead. They only have one brother. And his name is a guy called Peter Beale. I don't know if you know him. He's rarely mentioned on the show. Rarely mentioned. Never seen. Do you know of him?
Nah, never heard of him.
Yeah, me too. Hope they bring him in. But yeah, so she basically explains that, and then Gina is like, "Oh no, I nearly kissed him. Oh." And basically, they get upset, and then we go back downstairs. Linda, Linda, Linda and Elaine do the shitty high five. They do a little high five, and we see Ian comes face to face with Sharon, and and Sharon's like, "Can't believe you got what was it? Ian's like, you tried to kill me," and then Sharon's like, "Yeah, so did Cindy. Get over it.
Great
Take
line.
this L, bitch." But yeah, Sharon talks to Ian, and that's it for Ian mostly. We will see more of him later on. So basically, the girls storm out. Gina storms out, and we go to the kitchen where we see a lovely Mick Carter jersey hanging up. Is it West Ham State
It's West
Sports?
Ham, yeah.
Yeah, I've
Which
been to
is
West Ham. It's nice.
kind of funny because that's the token football team that I've decided to support. So yeah, anyway, I wouldn't describe myself as a hammer, but I've watched a couple of games this season, doing all right.
He's a semi-erect hammer.
Exactly.
Yeah, so basically Cindy tries to talk to Gina. Gina believes her, and then Anna walks in and goes, "Don't believe the lies. Tell me when I'm telling lies. Don't use real glass, please." But yeah, basically Cindy's like, what voicemail? Because Anna, of course, left her a voicemail, and Cindy didn't get a voicemail
Because Ian
because
deleted it.
Ian deleted it. And because the whole thing with Ian is he's A, having a heart attack, B, he's having a heart attack, C, he's having a heart attack, D, he's a little bitch.
He's a little bitch always.
And E, he's scared of George Knight. Because I'm not saying, right, if you had to choose between Ian Beale and George Knight, who would you choose? Realistically.
It's George Knight every single day.
It is. Because, like Ian, he might be good at sex, But George...
He's not good at sex. That's Ian Beale.
His favourite position is missionary.
He's a fucking 3-minute fucking missionary. That's a bit of a grunt, just... And it's like, you done yet, Ian? No. And then he finishes and he's like, oh, Ian, another round, and he's like, oh, I've got nothing left. There we are. Not my finest material, but it'll do.
I love the contrast where like Ian is like a turtle having sex with him. And George is like Patrick Bateman looking in the mirror like, who's the fucking man? Who's the man? Me, I'm the fucking man. Go on.
He's like doing Ian just.
So it's like, would you have sex with a turtle or Patrick Bateman? Let's face it here. I don't know why my go-to is Patrick Bateman. I just love the look in the mirror, like. Just,
yeah, it is iconic.
Great film. You should watch it. We'll watch it at some point. But yeah. Going back to EastEnders. Basically, Gina storms out, and we're left with Anna and Cindy in the pub with Elaine and George Knight. And
to be fair, one thing, if I can just interrupt this a little bit, just to kind of get into why the daughters are struggling so much. You can imagine when someone suddenly like vanishes out of your fucking life, and then let's say they suddenly come back. They've had to deal with so much fucking trauma because suddenly you've been abandoned. And you think that maybe it was your fault. And obviously Gina was the slightly older one, so she's dealt with a bit more like, she's had a bit more time to kind of like, she had a lot more time with Cindy to like know her as a mum and know her a bit more as a person. So like, you feel betrayed. Like, you learn to deal without that person. It's no longer important. You've suddenly got to be like a fucking single parent household. So, it's just, and obviously Gina's dealt with her trauma with with drugs. So, it's just the way it goes. And like Anna's a slight bit different. She's clearly dealing with it in a different way, as we'll get to later. But yeah, it's just there's a lot of internalized trauma there. And I don't know. It's quite hard to get your head around if you've never really been involved in something similar. I kind of denote it to just losing a parent. That's how I imagine they'd feel. And if my dad suddenly went, oh, I've been alive the whole time, I'm just like, what the fuck?
Dad?
My whole life fucking changed because of that. But yeah. I don't know, just thought that would be an interesting thing to have there.
Oh, he does the fucking rock like, Bob, my name's Billy. It doesn't matter what your name is. But yeah, basically, we then Ian confronts his mom, Kathy.
Yes.
And Rocky comes down the stairs, and so it's 2 against 1. And then Ian just talks to his mom, and then he pulls out the card. He pulls out the fucking card. Oh, me heart. Oh, me heart. And
Army hearties.
Army hearty. And
I've had an heart attack.
I'm from Cornwall. Everyone in Cornwall sounds
Carry
like
on.
this.
We've got about 7 videos to record today.
But yeah, So yeah, Ian talks to his mom, and that's it for Ian. Not much happens between him and his mom.
Yeah, they just essentially go through like, hey, are you okay? You fine? Because at the end of the day, you're never gonna stop giving a shit about your kid. Even if the most notoriously bad fucking son in EastEnders, Nick Cotton, went to Dot like covered in blood, she'd be like, oh, where's the body? And then she'd conceal the body. It's just that's what you do for your kids, especially if they are an absolute fucking villain. But Ian's not really a villain. He's just a bit of a fucking knobhead.
Ask Chris Chan's mother, she did a lot for her daughter.
God.
But yeah, we go to the nightclub where Peggy's, for people who are clueless, where we see Anna. Gina. Shit. We see Gina. She is partying up, talking to a bunch of blokes. Freddie tries to get Bobby to explain what is your family tree?
What the fuck is happening?
Because you're related to who's related to what, what is related to this, and he tries to explain it, and then Bernie is like, so 9 years ago she walked out. Anything significant happened, Bobby? Bobby's just like, no. I should put me on the spot here. But yeah, we see them. We then see Anna come down. Bobby tries to confront her and be like, "I love you," kissy face, ooh woo. And Anna's like, "Dude, get the fuck out of my life!" And Bobby runs off. As I said to Ash, it would have been funny if he fell up the stairs, he's running and he just trips on the way up.
Yeah.
Or he does the comedic banana peel slip where he runs up and a banana peel comes and he just slips. But yeah, then we see Sad. We see Freddie and Anna bunking up in a chippy.
Yeah.
The smell of sex and fish is gonna be horrible.
Smell of fucking shit. Like grease and batter. Oh, fucking hell.
And cum. Oh. Is that tater sauce or is that cum? Can't tell.
That's mad unreasonable, that is. Fuck's sake. Yeah, obviously, basically, between the choice of, do you want to talk about it or do you just want to have some fun? Anna opts for let's have some fun. Because, if it were Bobby, Bobby'd be like, we need to talk about this. And she'd be like, fuck off, Bobby. And yeah, we also cut back to Gina, who she's doing some dodgy dancing, apparently.
We have the Charlie Brown.
The simple fact of the matter is, the simple fact of the matter is, Jesus Christ, she's on coke again. She's done some more coke. She's absolutely off her fucking nut. And what happens in the final scenes of episode 3?
She collapses.
Yeah, she just straight collapses. George arrives on time, puts her into the recovery position. She just fucking collapses. Because you want to know what's not very good for your heart. Notice that I also made the effort to say heart instead of art. Because, gotta just have to not follow my natural accent. Fucking coke. It ain't good for your ticker. It's a bad idea. Gets that fucking heart pumping. Makes you feel alive. Never done it, of course. Never me.
I don't know if you're being serious or not.
Nah, never done coke. But yeah, it's and she collapses in the final scenes of the episode. The Night Sisters on self-destruct mode, the one compromising a possibly sweet relationship, and the other, well, nearly just compromising her fucking life. compromising to a permanent end. Gina Knight. So what did you think of the episode, Piggy?
Pretty good. My toot is the reason why we've like 4 videos to record today. But I did love the episode. I feel sorry for everyone who subscribed to Watching Walford, because they're going to get like 4 videos today.
Yeah.
And we say, get fucked, mate. So will we do the outro? Or will we...
Let's do the outro, mate. Go on.
I've been joined by Ash.
Yeah.
And I've been Piggy from Watching Walford. Follow us on Twitter/X. Follow us on Twitch. Follow us on Instagram. And subscribe to us on YouTube. We're on the road to 200.
Exactly.
And follow us. We are delicious and taste like ice cream.
Oh.
Thank you. See you. Fuck you. Bye.